The first thing I see is white. Just white. My window looks like a photo with no color. I pull the curtain higher, and the world is frozen but calm. The storm is gone. We say storm when the sky is wild, strong wind, snow, noise. Now, it's the opposite. I stand there for a moment. The air feels still, like it's waiting. I put on socks, grab my sweater, and open the window a little. Cold air runs in and touches my face. We say breathe in when we take air slowly into our lungs. I breathe in deep, and it smells clean, like paper and snow. Outside, roofs wear white caps. Cars look like sleeping bears. I laugh softly. It feels unreal. I take my phone, look out again, and whisper, "Is it real?" We say look out when we watch something from inside. I decide to go outside. I get dressed, warm pants, big sweater, thick jacket. We say get dressed when we put on clothes to be ready. I pull my boots on, find my gloves. At the door, I pause. My front steps are buried in snow. I step out carefully. We use step out when we move from inside to outside. The sound under my feet is sharp and soft at the same time. I walk to the street. Everything shines. We say shine when light bounces from something bright. The air is quiet but full of light. I stop, close my eyes, and listen. The silence isn't empty. It's huge. We say listen when we give attention to sound or to quiet. For a second, I feel small but safe. The storm took the noise away, and I like it. I smile and whisper, "Okay, world, let's start over." The snow reaches my knees, and every step feels like walking through clouds. I grab the shovel, take a deep breath, and start to work. The sound of metal against ice is sharp, clean, almost musical. We say shovel when we lift snow with a flat tool. I push the first heavy pile aside, and a small piece of ground appears. Dark, solid, mine again. I keep going, my arms moving like a slow rhythm. The air bites my cheeks, but it feels fresh, alive. I push harder, sending snow flying in white arcs. We say push when we move something away from us with force. My breath turns into tiny clouds, and I laugh at how dramatic it looks. I stop for a moment to catch my breath. We say catch my breath when we rest after working hard. My heart beats fast. My scarf moves up and down with every breath. I look around. The street is quiet, like everyone's still hiding inside. Just me and the snow. Time for the stairs. I clear off each step slowly. We say clear off when we remove snow or dirt from a surface. 1, 2, 3. The wood appears again under my boots. I like the contrast, dark and white, old and new. A sudden gust of wind hits my face. I blink, laugh, and hold on to the shovel before it flies away. We use hold on when we keep something tightly in our hands. My fingers sting, but I keep smiling. The air smells cold and clean. Finally, I make a path to the street. I brush off the snow from my gloves. We say brush off when we remove light pieces of something. The flakes fall back to the ground like soft glitter. I stand there, looking at my tiny road through the white. My breath floats up into the sky. You see? I whisper to you. It's not perfect, but it's a start. A sound comes from next door, a shovel hitting the ground, slow and heavy. I turn my head and see my neighbor fighting with a snow pile almost as tall as him. His hat keeps sliding over his eyes. I smile and walk over. He waves and laughs, breath white in the air. I pick up my shovel again and help out. We say help out when we do something to make another person's work easier. Together, we start moving the snow, side by side. The rhythm feels better now. 2 shovels, 1 beat. The snow is thick, but the sun starts to show, weak and golden. I lift up another pile and throw it to the side. We say lift up when we move something higher with our hands. My arms hurt a little, but I don't stop. He tells me stories about last winter, about when the snow reached his windows. I laugh so much I almost dropped the shovel. We take a break, breathing hard. I lean on the handle, trying to rest. We say lean on when we put our weight against something for support. My gloves are wet, my face red, but I feel warm inside. He points at my side of the yard and says I'm doing better than him. I shake my head and hand over my shovel. We use hand over when we give something to another person. He takes it, tries it, and laughs again. When we finish, the path between our houses looks clean and open. The world feels lighter. He thanks me, his voice soft and honest. I tell him, no problem, I needed the exercise. He smiles, waves, and goes back inside. I stay a moment longer, watching the sunlight touch the snow. I look around. We say look around when we turn our head to see what's near us. Everything shines. Maybe storms aren't that bad, I whisper. Sometimes they make you meet someone new. The wind is quiet now, and my fingers ache from the cold. I need warmth. Across the street, walk slowly, boots crunching on the snow. When I open the door, a bell rings, and warm air wraps around me. The smell of coffee and cinnamon fills the room. I smile. It feels like a hug. I find a seat near the window and take off my gloves. We say, take off, when we remove something we wear. My hands are red, shaking a little, but the warmth helps. A barista smiles and asks what I like. Hot chocolate, please, I say. When it comes, I warm up my hands on the cup. We say, warm up, when we make our body feel less cold. The heat spreads fast. It's almost magic. I close my eyes and let out a quiet sigh. Outside, snow falls in slow motion, tiny and calm. People walk carefully, some laughing, some talking. I look out the window. We say look out when we watch something from inside. The street looks softer now, peaceful, like it forgave the storm. I stir my drink, watching the cream melt into brown swirls. We say stir when we move a spoon in circles to mix things. The sound is gentle, almost sleepy. I whisper, "You'd love this place." My voice feels small in the warm air. I draw a tiny heart on the fogged glass and smile. For a moment, nothing moves too fast, nothing hurts, just quiet, chocolate, and peace. My favorite kind of winter magic. The chocolate is almost gone, and the cup feels light in my hands. I stay a bit longer, watching the world outside turn silver. The storm cleaned everything, streets, air, even my head. It feels like someone pressed refresh on the city. A boy passes by, rolling a big ball of snow. He stops, adds another one on top, then a smaller one. I smile. A snowman. Classic. I look around the café. We say, "look around," when we turn our head to see what's near us. Everyone inside looks calm, quiet, like they're part of the same slow rhythm. I take one last sip and stand up. My chair makes a soft sound against the floor. I put on my coat and scarf. We say put on when we dress in something warm or new. My hands find my gloves, still a little cold. Outside, the air feels sharper, but not mean. I start walking without thinking where I'm going. Each step sounds like paper under my boots. I think over the last few days. We use think over when we look back at something carefully. There was chaos, noise, snow, and now peace. The city looks reborn. I pass the shop with closed shutters, a park with clean paths, trees heavy with white. I slow down my walk. We say slow down when we move or live at a gentler pace. My breath feels even now, my mind clear. At the corner, I stop and smile at my reflection in a window. Red cheeks, messy hair, happy eyes. You made it through, I tell myself. The storm's done. Now it's your turn to start fresh. Snow crunches under my boots as I walk. The air feels soft, light, almost kind. I pass the park and see a shape I know. Someone waving. It's my friend, half covered in snow, trying not to fall. I laugh and wave back, walking faster. She shouts my name and slips a little, arms flying like a cartoon. I run to her and grab onto her arm before she falls. We say grab onto when we hold someone quickly to stop them from falling. She laughs so hard she can't speak, and I start laughing too. The quiet street fills with our voices. We walk together, snow squeaking under our feet. She tells me her power went out during the storm, and she spent the night reading by candlelight. I listen to every word. We say listen to when we give attention to sounds or people. Her stories make the cold feel far away. We stop by a bench covered in snow. I brush off a space so we can sit. We say brush off when we remove snow or dust with our hand. The bench creaks under us, but it holds. For a while, we just sit there, quiet, watching the world sparkle. She looks at me and smiles. It's nice, huh? I nod. It really is. The air smells like cold metal and sugar. I can feel my fingers again. When it's time to go, she waves back from the corner. We say wave back when we move our hand after someone waves first. I stand there until she disappears, still smiling. The street feels alive now, not just white and empty, but full of stories, laughter, people again. I take a slow breath and think, maybe this is how new beginnings sound. Soft, real, and a little bit like snow. The sky starts turning pink, that soft winter color before night. I walk home slowly, my boots leaving clean lines in the snow. The air feels quiet, like it's holding its breath. Every light in the houses glows warm, like tiny fires. I look up and see the moon, small, clear, almost shy. We say, look up, when we raise our eyes to see something above us. The clouds are gone, just open space. It feels like a sign. I stop near my gate. The snow I cleared this morning is already covered again, but only a little. I smile. That's life. You fix something, and it changes anyway. I take in the view for a moment. We say take in when we stop to really see and feel something. The world looks softer, slower, new. My breath floats in front of me. I remember the noise, the storm, the fear of yesterday. It's all quiet now. I think back to the morning, the first light, the cold, the silence. We use think back when we remember something that happened before. So much has changed in just one day. I open my door and step inside. Warm air touches my face. My coat is wet, my hands freezing, but my heart feels light. I hang the scarf, take off my boots, and smile. Sometimes storms are just lessons in disguise, messy, loud, but cleaning the world for something better. I pour a glass of water, sit by the window, and whisper, "We made it through." The snow outside shines like a blank page, waiting for tomorrow to start writing again.